Morning, everybody.
What a spot this is.
It's Glen Etive, and oh my goodness, it's taken my breath away. It's absolutely stunning. However, it's also taken my breath away because it's blooming freezing.
I think it was -5 last night. So.
It's not much more now, but I'm holding the camera because John's too shivering to hold it. But we haven't seen you for a couple of days. We've just been driving around, soaking in the magic of Scotland, because this place is glorious, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we're not far from Ben Nevis. The road here is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just amazing just to come for the road, for the drive.
Yeah, and that's one of our favourite things to do, I have to say, is just to drive around and see the sights, because this place, Scotland, has the sights.
Hope you're liking my new jacket, by the way.
Isn't he looking dapper?
It's bench as well.
I know. Good old TK Maxx for the win. We don't buy things full price. But tell you what, van life for the win, because it's so toasty and cosy in here. Come in, warm up, hot chocolate. Absolutely brilliant. But this place, you can so see why they used it in Skyfall, you know, the James Bond film, and Braveheart, because it is proper magic in it.
But if you do come here, I'd recommend trying to come when it's not so busy, because it's a single track road in and there's only like small passing places as well. And then when you get to the end as well, the car park's only small. So I don't know what happens when it's busy.
Yeah, in the summer
hectic.
it'd be mad, but yeah. But we've got some sad news.
Last week of Scotland.
Gutted, really. It's absolutely incredible up here. It's so much more than we thought it would be. But we're definitely coming back, because on my bucket list is Shetland, the Orkney Isles, and the Outer Hebrides, and let's be honest, all of the northwest coast. So we've got to come back for sure.
But like I said, the best thing and the worst thing about this road, it's a single track road, so you get to do it all the way back as well.
Another brilliant thing about this road is there is deer everywhere. And I've seen red deer before, but there's something about seeing them in the wild in Scotland. It's just so fitting. It's like seeing a kangaroo in Australia.
I'll tell you what we are loving seeing as well. People pitched up in tents on the side of the road. So I don't know if you know or not, but in Scotland it's legal to do that. So there's loads of people just pitched up right by a stream with a little campfire and everything like that. Now don't get me wrong, it'll be cold, but yeah, we really fancy doing something like that, eh?
It'll be so good. I don't think winter though. I think we'll go in the summer on the bike. That's
Yeah.
the one. But we met a bloke this morning who had like a snowsuit for his dog. It was so cute.
But he said he had 3 sleeping bags with him last night.
So behind me is Castle Stalker, but you might recognise it as Castle Arg from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But I tell you what, if you're looking for an interesting read, read up about the history of this place, because boy does it have some stories to tell of clan warfare, murder, hidden babies, affairs, the lot. It really is an interesting story. Unfortunately, we can't get out to see it because it's privately owned and they only run tours in the summer. Only thing is, there's no parking anywhere near it, so I've had to leave John in the car. Did you get anything good on the drone for the people?
Of course I did. I knew you'd be jibber-jabbering along all the time, so I've got plenty for them anyway. So one of our favourite things in life is to see animals in the wild, and this year has been an incredible year. We've seen so much, haven't we?
Absolutely. Like, we saw stuff in Australia, Malaysia, and in Europe as well, and we've been so lucky. But I've set myself a new mission, because ever since I was a little girl, I've absolutely loved otters, and I would love to see an otter in the wild. So I've found myself a few little like places they're supposed to be good to be seen. So cross your fingers for me, because if I see an otter in the wild, I'm going to go wild.
But the question for you, what's your most favourite animal you've ever seen in the wild, and what's one you'd love to see? What's yours?
So my favourite that we've seen so far has to have been those elephants in Malaysia. That was just unreal. But my thing that I want to see, I've got a list as long as my arm. I literally have a bucket list full of animals I want to see. But it's got to be bears. I'd love to see bears in the wild. What about you?
See, mine's still the shark. Like, I don't know why. There's something about seeing a shark. It's just amazing.
Swimming with a shark.
But to see, I'd say an eagle. You know, like the proper American, white-headed, yellow-beaked.
What, the bald eagle?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be incredible.
Wish me luck. So otter search part 1 was a bit of a fail, no otters to be found. I did find a little seal and he was pretty cute for the 2 seconds he did pop his head up, but my otter search is going to continue tomorrow on the Isle of Mull because we're in the line for the ferry to head over there.
I'm not talking to Jess.
Here we go.
So we came down here earlier to get our ticket, right? And there was this gem, absolute beast of a telehandler on this back of this Arthur Williams trailer. So absolutely brilliant. Probably got a 4 metre lift on it, lightweight, ideal. She wouldn't let me take a picture of it.
Because you were going to make us late to dinner with a friend. He wanted to double back round to take a picture of a telehandler and make us late to get the takeaway and see our friend.
So I'm hoping the Isle of Mull's not that big and we'll be able to see it so I can show you it, because honestly it's absolute beast.
So boring. I'm so sorry everybody.
I think we should get one.
For what purpose?
All the telehandler needs. I reckon I could put a snow plough on the front of it.
We don't get snow where we live.
And then remember them beauty little skips I found you in Switzerland? I want to make one of them and we could tow it behind the telehandler on one of them.
What do we need a skip for?
I could do a log splitter.
We don't have a fire.
Do all sorts.
Oh my god.
If you don't remember them skips, I'll show you them now.
Oh, for the love of God.
Beauties. Look at that skip. Look at the size of it. Lovely little dinky little thing. Look. Hold that. Hold that.
No, John. No. Nobody wants to see your boring
Show the size
skip.
of it. Look, show them.
Oh my God. I apologise, everyone. We said we were making quality content. John's showing you a bin.
Little roll off, roll on, roll off bin. I want to see what vehicle pulls it up.
So I've got a hot tip for you about getting the ferry in Scotland. So I tried to book online and said we couldn't have a ticket because we were too tall. So I called the people because I thought, I know people take their motorhomes over there. They couldn't help me either. So we just popped down to the port and straight away said no problem, gave us our tickets, all sorted. So jobs are good in. Oh my God.
You know my top tip? If you come early you might see the telehandler.
We're on the Isle of Mull, boy.
Isle of Mull, boy. Where's that telehandler? Morning everyone.
Morning everybody from the Isle of Mull.
I tell you what, us men have got patience of a saint, we have.
John doesn't even have the patience of a 2-year-old child.
Because they take so long to get ready, these women. Hurry up.
Just brush my teeth and hair and make a cup of tea.
But I've got 2 things for you today, people. One Jess will like and one she won't. Because I've got some more jokes for you.
Oh God.
Now, on the ferry over here last night, I was watching them all, I was in stitches. Jess shouted at me because I had it so loud other people could hear. But
meanwhile, I'm actually doing like research, finding somewhere to park up, things to do on the Isle of Mull. No, he's watching dumb jokes.
So I'll give you the best bit first, the joke, and then I've got a little hack for you as well. So anyways, which one should we go for, Jess?
The least inappropriate one.
Oh yeah, if you don't like these jokes, and because they are a bit rude, I'll put a time up here so you can just fast forward to that so you don't have to hear me gibber on. But right, we'll go with this one.
That's not a good start.
What's the worst thing you feel when you're getting a prostate exam? 2 hands on your shoulders.
It's just not even funny. How do you think that's funny?
I think you've got to have a bit of a simple mind like me. But anyways, the second one.
Look at the delight in your face as well from the crappiest joke.
The second one is this little beauty. This is called a window vac. Now, we're not sponsored or anything, but we've had a couple of questions about it, and most of you probably know about it. But they're brilliant bits of kit for demisting your windows, taking the condensation off and things like that. So, like, it fills up quite a lot, eh?
Yeah, it's unbelievable what it takes out. Because they reckon you, like, breathe out about half a pint of water a night. Just breathing, so...
Should we show them?
Show them.
Get the camera, we'll show them.
Okay. Tell you what, he's been so busy telling about his dopey jokes, he hasn't shown you the scene. So let's show you the scene. So, we only have to charge it, like, once a week, and we do the windows every single day, sometimes more than once a day. So you just press it on. How's that for a view?
Well, that's not the best view.
That's not the best view. Show them the best view.
Look at that view. Good old Isle of Mull.
Well, if this park up is anything to go by, I think the Isle of Mull is going to be pretty special. So drive on, boy. our first stop of the morning is Aldanalish Beach, and it is a proper hidden little gem.
I'll tell you what, I didn't realise Scotland had such beautiful water. Like, all the water we've seen so far has obviously been black, because, well, Scotland's so famous for having the black locks and that, isn't it? But this is crystal clear water and beautiful white sand beach as well.
It really is beautiful. And on your way down here, you walk through a little farm, and they've got a weaver's shop there where they only do wool from native sheep, so like the Hebridean sheep and Shetland sheep. And they've got just like some old machines that they weave it on, and it's all like unique pieces. You can only buy it on the island as well, which is cool.
And they've also got a campsite here as well. It's only £10 a night. You're pretty much on the beach. So for £10 a night, it's unbelievable.
The only thing between you and the beach is a field of really friendly, docile Highland cows. How amazing is that?
I think she's going in.
I'm not going in.
She's going in.
I'm over. It's good. I'm good, John. I'm good. Right, how stable is this thing? Whoa! I'm like G.I. Jane. Ah, I did it. I didn't go in.
She's over. I'll tell you what though, look how dirty she is.
She looks mean.
She does look mean.
She's loving it, she is.
She's loving
She's
it.
a full-blown expedition vehicle, she is. Well, I tell you what, they've got a lot of animals and wildlife on the Isle of Mull.
I reckon they got more animals than people.
So we got off the ferry last night, and honestly, there was just sheep everywhere, all over the roads. And would they move for us?
Oh, they're stubborn little buggers, they are.
And then we saw tons of deer as well, really beautiful
But
ones.
proper like Bambi ones. Like we saw a few baby ones, didn't we?
So I'll put the footage in for you. It was a bit dark, so it's not the best. But then this morning, we've seen a bird of prey and we've seen seals.
But the seals, like they're just sunbathing on the old on the rocks. So we've
Yeah.
got plenty of footage of them.
But I saw an otter. But John, I said to him, John, I think that's an otter. He was like, nah, it's a duck. Wouldn't slow down. Then we saw it again and he was like, oh God, it is an otter. So I'm really sorry. I've seen one, but you haven't. Don't worry. The search continues. Hopefully we've got a good chance. I've never seen an otter sign before.
You said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things are about to get much better. I wanna make this forever.
So we've made it to Tobermory, and this is like the capital, I suppose.
Wait there. I've just seen something. It might not be a mini telehandler, but look at that little beast. Little track dumper. You got to admit that is pretty cool, eh?
Brought people to the Isle of Mull and you're showing them a dumper.
Bit of a dumper.
So what I was trying to tell you is we've made it to Tobermory.
Wait there.
What now?
There's a tarmacking machine. She won't let me show you that one.
Yeah, we've made it to Tobermory, which is famous for its beautiful seaside harbour with all these brightly coloured buildings. And when you get out the car, the smell of whiskey just hits you in the face because there's a really old distillery here as well. So I'm going to have a little wander around the harbour town, see what it's got to offer.
See what machines we can find.
Oh, for God's sake. So you might recognise Tobermory from the kids' TV programme Ballamory, which is set on the Isle of Mull. The Isle of Mull is the 4th largest island in the British Isles, and it has about 3,000 people who live here. We also seriously underestimated how long it would take to drive around the island. So we've had a bit of a rush to get here this evening before the sun sets, but I'm so glad that we did. It's also famous because of the white-tailed sea eagle that lives here, which we didn't see, but hey, we've had a great day.
She's off getting clips so I can show you. Found a little cement mixer, a little compactor too. Looky. Nice little roller too. Last one because she's coming. Little mini digger.
So we're in from our lovely little walk around Tobermory and on with dinner, and as the island is known for its seafood, I thought we'll have a prawn pasta for dinner. But there's a couple of little kitchen hack things I wanted to show you. First is my pots and pans. So I use the Tefal Ingenio pots and pans, and they're brilliant because they don't have handles. They have this little removable handle. So they stack in each other really well, which is a win for saving on space. And the other one is my fridge. So this is an Arcticave, or Apical I think they're called on eBay. We hadn't tried them before, but they're half the price of the isothermal Dometic that we've had before. So we thought we'd give it a crack. Works an absolute treat. Loads of storage space that's smartly thought out, and the freezer works a treat. So can't speak for the longevity of it, but in terms of the function straight out the box, 10 out of 10.
So we're actually in the queue for the ferry.
Yeah, what a place to make dinner, eh? But we've only got a day on the Isle of Mull, which we sort of regret a little bit, don't we?
Yeah, like we didn't know what to expect really, because we'd never really heard much about it, and everybody was saying about the Isle of Skye and things like that. But
yeah, everyone raves about all the other isles, and Mull seems a bit forgotten. But I tell you what, if the Isle of Skye is that much better than the Isle of Mull, whew,
yeah,
this has blown us away.
But I tell you what is interesting here, like pretty much the whole island is a single track road. Like there's a main track from the ferry port to, what was that town?
Oh, Tobermory.
But apart from that, like I say, all the rest of it, but it's brilliant. Like
Yeah.
you don't really notice it. I think that helps because we pretty much saw like a handful of cars all day.
Yeah.
And this is the most place we've ever been where it just feels like, you're in 1700s, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so remote. Closest I felt to this is in the outback in Australia. Like with the distance between
Yeah.
houses and just the space around you, it properly feels like you could get lost in a good way. You know?
Yeah, but the difference between the outback and Australia, you think nobody could ever live there, whereas here you really get a feel of like, well, like we were saying, you just love to see some people on horses like riding down the road,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
in
Like,
their kilts or something. I kept
Yeah.
saying to John all day, I was like, should we move to the Isle of Mull?
she'd last 3 days.
Only because of the cold.
We had a beautiful day today, absolutely beautiful. I bet they don't get this all the time in the Isle
It
of Mull.
couldn't have been more perfect, honestly. So
Anyway, we're going to eat some dinner. Morning everyone.
morning, everybody.
The General's out again.
The General.
General Jess. She's making me hang my head out the window like a dog to trim my beard.
Said I don't want the orange glitter all over the van, is what I said.
She doesn't mind when she uses it to trim her own beard though, does she?
I do not have a beard, maybe a bit of a tash.
You don't hang your head out the window then, do you? But I've decided Jess is an addict, a tea addict.
I'm not.
I said to her yesterday, I bet you can't go one day without tea. And she said, yes I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a bit of an addict, doesn't it? So, go a day.
I don't want to.
Like literally, we have to get out of the bed straight away in the morning. I need tea. I need my
I do
tea.
not. I didn't have a proper cup of tea until last night. I had ginger tea in the
See?
morning.
Get out of the way, I've got to trim my beard.
Outside. Go on.
I should lick her. Looking all nice and fresh, look. And I need to tell you about this little beauty. So it's just a Philips one. It's only about 35 quid, but it's brilliant because it charges off a USB. So definitely recommend it. But Jess is spat a dummy.
I haven't spat the dummy. I've just told him that if he wants to call me the General, then he can be in charge for the day.
She thinks that I just don't really organise and tell the facts because...
You don't. That's why.
Yeah, but only because you have to, because you're
No, I
the
don't
General.
have to. John, how many times have you not known what country we're even in? So today, John is going to be your tour guide. Facts, information, where we go,
And I'm even
food.
going to do the dinner as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be a rough day.
You're in for a treat.
Really not.
You know, I was saying yesterday about the old Karcher. Look how full she is. But you know where all that water comes from? The steam off the General when she's shouting at me.
You're such an idiot. So where are we going today then, boy?
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you strap in for a good ride because you're in for a proper Oban experience.
How do you know the name of this place, John?
Because we are there now.
And who told you the name of the place?
All right, you got to let it go. I'm the General today, remember?
Okay. Prepare yourselves, people.
Strap in. Welcome everyone to Tours with John, and today we're in Oban and we've got the lovely river here and we've got a beautiful Colosseum up there, and then there's the ferry port over there to the Isle of Mull where you're guaranteed to see an otter, and then over here we have a lovely mountain warehouse and a WH Smith's, and then there's a picture of a penguin over there, so come along and I'll show you more.
I can't leave you to suffer all these incorrect facts all day. So this is the sea, it's not a river. The Colosseum John's talking about is actually called McCraig's Tower, and it was built by a philanthropic banker who built it as a monument to his family, but at a time when there was no work going, so he created some work for some local stonemasons. There is a mountain warehouse and a W.H. Smith's, but the picture of the penguin is actually a puffin, which is something that this area is famous for.
And there's your penguin.
Oban Oxfam for the win. 3 Lonely Planet guides, £7, get in. Got my Africa research sorted as well.
I'll tell you what, I'm loving the old kilt get up, and I think I'd look good in it too. But how much do you think that kilt is worth? Now, all you Scottish people will probably know, but if you're not Scottish, you probably won't guess this. £650.
It is beautiful though, and it's handmade pure wool.
And I would look good. So this is Oban Distillery, and it was invented in 1974. So this is Oban Distillery, and it was invented in 1794. And after our whiskey tour the other day, I've got some top tips for you. If you try a bit of whiskey with some chocolate, it brings out the flavour lovely. And also, don't get a dram of whiskey and give it a big, because it'll make your eyes water.
Well, after that delightfully informative tour of Oban, John sent me into Lidl to get the ingredients for lunch, because apparently he's making me lunch. First time in 13 years, I might add. But I added something to the ingredients list he gave me, just to try and help get me through.
Let me show you a master at work. Bon appetit. What are you doing?
I'm not eating that like that, because that would have made my mouth explode with the mustard. Well, that's us done in Oban.
How did you like the old tour, eh?
I think maybe we'll save those for special occasions. Don't think that's going to be a weekly feature.
In other words, she's scared that I'm going to steal her limelight from the old tours. I think that was the best tour to date, that was.
Yes, darling, it was glorious.
But I tell you what, I'm really getting into the Scottish spirit anyway. They're so like patriotic, the Scots.
Yeah.
And I've just been racking my brain thinking, how can I show like the spirit of true Scotland? And I've had an idea.
Many a year ago, there was a lad called Wee Jamie. He travelled the world in crooks and socks in search of the best place to call him. This warrior has conquered many a foe with his weapon of choice, the bungee. Bonnie Scotland has stolen his heart and given him his freedom.
We've got to get back to the van because I'm going full Scottish under here and little John's going to fall off. I hope you enjoyed that.
He said to me, right, when he was doing his running scene, he said, "Oh God, I hope Little John didn't make an appearance." I said, "John, it's Little John, not Long John." But that, my friends, is a wrap on our Scottish adventure, and I'm gutted because I absolutely love it here.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Like we said at the beginning, we can't believe we've never been here before, and we'll definitely be back, that's for sure.
It's the most beautiful country, and there is so much to see.
But unfortunately, we've got to get back home because we need to do all the adjustments on the van and get the preheated fitted and everything like that, because our plan is to get going as soon as possible, really.
Yeah, because we want to get to Germany for the Christmas markets, and then we want to get to the proper deep snow for Christmas. So,
Yeah, so make sure you come back next week for some more antics.